Hello, my name is Chris, and today I would love to talk to you about how my mindset and my outlook on life changed as a result of quitting smoking. I've got so much to get through today, so I'm just going to dive right into it. One of the most noticeable changes that came about for me was that I learned to trust myself, and I learned to trust that deep down I know what is right for me. I learned that just because somebody else has a map to help them get from one end of their hometown to the next doesn't necessarily mean that that map is going to help me get from one end of my hometown to the next. I need my own map and my own instructions to get to where I need to do, because my journey may have different obstacles than that other person's. Your journey may have different obstacles than mine did. And that is okay. We are not doing it wrong as long as we are doing what is right for us. When I quit smoking, it wasn't the case that I put down my last cigarette and never smoked again. I relapsed, too many times to mention. And one of the things that I tried was I read that Alan Carr book that we've all heard of. It's called The Easy Way to Stop Smoking. And there's a suggestion, quite a subtle, in fact I'm not even sure if it's that subtle, this suggestion in the book that if you read Alan Carr's Easy Way to Stop Smoking and don't find quitting smoking easy, you're doing it wrong. Well, I read the book and I didn't find quitting smoking easy just because I'd read it. So then I was like, well, I must be doing it wrong. So what is wrong with me? I followed all the instructions to the letter and I still don't find it easy, so there must be something wrong with me. No. Look, it's all well and good me having an instruction manual for a PlayStation, but if I want to play Xbox, then it's no good for me. The same with this book, right? There were some good ideas in that, and I absolutely value those ideas. They were a big integral part of my journey. But just because I didn't breeze through my quit as a result of reading this book doesn't mean I was doing it wrong. It just meant that I had to find the right path for me. I had to find the right instructions, I had to find the right map. And that involved taking the parts of that book which resonated with me and combined them with lots of other ideas and suggestions and practical things. And I take this with me in my life today, that deep down I know what is right for me. When I enjoy running now, so I occasionally research like what's the best warm-up routine, or how can I improve my form, how can I improve my speed. And for every runner out there, there is a difference. There seems to be a different suggestion on how to do it right. But I can listen and I can learn and I can go, well, this works for this person, but it doesn't necessarily work for me. But maybe if I tweak it a bit. And that's what I try and encourage people to do, and to have the mindset of, when you watch my YouTube channel, it isn't about me saying, here is the universally applied correct way to quit smoking. The only correct way to quit smoking is the correct way for you. If you've subscribed to my channel and you've been following along, then it's likely that something I say has resonated with you, because maybe you and I are kindred spirits. But if something I say doesn't resonate with you, then I'm not going to tell you, well, you're doing it wrong. No, it's just that particular suggestion doesn't fit your journey, doesn't fit your map. Once I learned to trust myself and to know that I have my own journey to go on, the other big mindset change was that I became absolutely confident that I could achieve what I set out to achieve. I could get to where I needed to be on my journey, and nothing could hold me back. Again, this thing is that I do isn't about me saying to you quitting smoking is easy. I could say that. I might even get more subscribers and YouTube views if I did say that, but I would be being dishonest with you. I wouldn't be being true to myself, because my experience was that quitting smoking wasn't easy. But I did it anyway, and that's the thing that I want to get across. This isn't about here's the easy way to do it, it's here's how to do it even if you don't find it easy. And I take that mindset with me into other things as well. Look, quitting smoking was tough, but I did it. And because I did that, I can now do absolutely anything else that I choose to put my mind to and go forward with. Next year, 2020 is fast approaching. Next year, I know, is going to be a hard year for me. I have my level 4 counselling diploma that I'm doing, and I'll at some point after the summer I'll start going out and doing my placement hours and actually counselling real people, which is terrifying, to be honest with you. On top of that, I'm also doing my hypnotherapy training. So I've all that going on and assignments and things. Plus, I have to earn a living and all this stuff. It's going to be a busy year. I am not expecting that I'm going to breeze through it. Here's the easy way to have an awesome year when there's lots going on. No, I expect it to be tough, but I also expect to be able to do it anyway, because I have all the evidence that I need that I can get through whatever is going on in my life. I can look back at when I was depressed and couldn't get off my sofa for weeks, if not months. My life was dark. All I wanted to do was no longer exist. And it felt like the life was never ever going to get better. Today, I feel amazing. I really do. I am in such a good mood today. And this shows me that no matter how bleak, how hard, how desperate things can get, they can always get better. So even though I know next year is going to be a challenge for me, I'm like, bring it on. I am ready for this. I might struggle, I might cry, I might make a YouTube video going, oh my goodness, I'm having a really hard time. But then you say to me, yeah, but Chris, you can get through this. And I'll go, yes, I can. So yes, I learned to let go of this demand that everything has to be easy. And to stop saying, well, this is not easy, therefore I'm doing it wrong, therefore I've failed, therefore I'm not going to bother trying until I find an easy way to do it. I've learned to replace that for, this might not be easy, but it's going to be worth it, so I'm going to do it anyway. Chris, quitting smoking isn't easy for me. That's okay. Do it anyway, because it's going to be worth it. Chris, I want to go back to school and get a degree and change careers, but it's going to be hard and I'm not sure I'm capable of it. Yes, you are, because you have it within you to get through even the hardest things you've ever faced. And quitting smoking is evidence of that. Prior to quitting smoking, something else, some other challenge in your life was proof that you have it in you to get through the hardest things in your life. I'm not saying that quitting smoking or going back to school or losing weight or anything else is going to be the hardest thing you've ever had to face. I'm just saying that no matter how hard or easy it may be, you absolutely have it within you to do it. And the evidence is there. And the other big important thing that I learned relating to that is that not only are we capable of doing these things, we absolutely deserve to. You and I deserve to do what is right for us and to follow our path and to make the most of what may well turn out to be a finite amount of time on this earth. Ah, but Chris, there's reincarnation and consciousness and energy. Yeah, right. I don't know 100% universally that I'm going to be reincarnated and have an all of a chance at life. So as far as I know, I have this one shot. I have this one chance to be on this planet. I might as well make the most of it, and I might as well do the things that make me feel content, that make me feel that I am on the right path, and to do what is right for me and not what is right for him or her or that guy next door. I spent years abusing myself with cigarettes, with alcohol, with unhealthy eating habits, abusing myself with neglect. And I deserve better than that. And it is only by quitting smoking that I came to realize that yes, I do deserve better than that. Every week I turn this camera on and I say to you, quitting smoking and not smoking is awesome. I don't think I would feel so good about quitting smoking if all I did was quit smoking. What I mean by that is extinguishing my final cigarette was not the end. It was only the beginning. It was the first of many big positive changes. It was the catalyst for me to finally start living the life that I was supposed to be living, rather than the life that I'd accidentally ended up living as a result of some unhelpful decision that I made to start smoking years ago. It was a chance for me to finally get back on track and do whatever I was put on this planet to do. It was a chance for me to do what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. It was a chance for me to realize I deserve more. I deserve better than self-abuse and neglect. So I started to exercise. I made that career change, or I am making that career change. I started to realize, okay, there are certain things, I realize now that quitting smoking, at some point when I was younger, even though it was an unhelpful decision, there must have been some part of it that served me, or else I wouldn't have done it. But I reached a point where quitting smoking no longer served me, so I got rid of it. So now I have learned to look around and think, what else is no longer serving me, and get rid of it. Or if I can't completely get rid of it, get rid of my emotional attachment to that place, that thing, or even that person. Years ago, I wanted to run a marathon. And I told my friends, I've applied to run the London Marathon and I'm really excited. And all my friends told me, you'll never run a marathon. You can't do it. Now I've run 2 marathons and those people are no longer my friends. Because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I don't need people telling me I can't. I need people telling me, you know what, it might not be easy, but I have faith that you can do it. So now when I tell people I'm going to run a marathon, I'm going to write a book about quitting smoking, I'm going to go back to school, people say, okay, I'm with you and I support you, and those are the kinds of people I surround myself with today, because those are the sort of people I deserve to surround myself with. I deserve love and kindness today. And if there aren't people in my life giving me that love and kindness, that's okay, because I know I deserve it and I can cultivate that within myself. The last thing that I want to talk about today is that I've learned to start getting better at acting on intention rather than on instinct. I made a whole video about this. If I remember, I'll put the little card up there, the links to that video if you want to see it. It's about acting on intention rather than on instinct. It's about, I don't feel good right now, something has upset me, something has made me stressed, something I just don't feel good. Instinctively, I'm going to reach out and grab something externally to change the way that I feel. It used to be a cigarette. For so long, a cigarette was a crutch to help me get through any situation and any feeling, from mindless tedium to outright terror. It didn't matter. I needed a cigarette to get through it. I don't like the way I feel. I want to change the way I feel. Let me grab this external thing. You know, when I quit smoking, it's easy to go, well, I don't smoke, so now I'm going to change the way that I feel with food or with alcohol or pornography or anything else, and to just instinctively reach out and grab it. I got a lot better at going, okay, I don't like the way that I feel right now, and that is okay. You know, it's okay not to enjoy being upset or stressed, but I can hit a pause button. Before I reach out for some external thing, I can hit a pause button and go, okay, rather than just instinctively reacting to this situation, I can act intentionally and do what is, you know, make a good, helpful decision to get me through it. So rather than eating away my feelings, I can talk about them, I can journal, I can process. Why am I so upset right now? What is this feeling about? You know, and dive in. And I tend to find that even the emotions that we label negative have a positive intention behind them and a positive message for them. I find if I'm angry, oftentimes that anger stems from fear, because something makes me feel, you know, my sense of security feel threatened. There's a positive intention behind that, in that I want to feel safe. So if I can, you know, rather than just, I'm angry so I'm going to instinctively lash out and shout at someone, or just scoff food down myself and numb that, I'm going to stop, hit pause and intentionally dissect what is really going on for me. Look at, okay, the positive intention is that I just want to feel safe. Well, now I can start taking stock of all the ways that I am safe. And just doing that, I feel much, much calmer. Hope this video has been helpful to you in some way, and that something I said has resonated with you and does make sense to you as you follow your journey, your map, your instructions. Quick update for those who have been asking me about the print version of my book, which is called Quit Smoking and Be Happy. I have been working tirelessly on taking the ebook is out now, by the way. You can go to chrisscoyles.com/book and download that book from Amazon or Google Play if you want to. There's some processes involved in taking the ebook manuscript and formatting it so it looks good on paper. I'm working on that. I hope to have more news for you about it next week. Thank you so much for watching. For more support, come and join us in Finding Freedom on Facebook, where there is this wonderful community of people all supporting one another through their quit smoking journey. It's facebook.com/groups/findingfreedom1. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much. I will see you next week. Goodbye.